Log entry. Dr. Eris Thorne, lead researcher, Project Nullspace, October 17th. We've done it. After 6 years of theoretical work and billions in funding, we have achieved the impossible. We have created a perfect vacuum, not just of matter, but of energy, of quantum fluctuations, of reality itself. In the heart of the containment chamber, suspended in a web of magnetic fields, is a sphere of perfect, absolute nothing. We're calling it the absence. It doesn't reflect light, it consumes it. It doesn't have a temperature. It is the cessation of thermal energy. It is beautiful, terrifying, and it is ours to study. Log entry October 24th. Initial observations are baffling. The absence appears to be stable, almost passive. We've bombarded it with every particle we can generate, and nothing is returned. No radiation, no reflection, no effect. It simply absorbs. The most peculiar thing happened today, however. Dr. Lena Petrova, my junior, was calibrating the spectral analyzers. She complained that one of the color filters, cerulean, was missing from the kit. We searched the lab for an hour. I checked the inventory logs myself. We've never had a cerulean filter. Leda was adamant she had used it just yesterday. I've made a note to schedule her for a cognitive evaluation. Stress can do strange things. Log entry November 5th. Something is wrong. This morning, our daily sync meeting was unusually tense. We were discussing the magnetic field decay rates when I mentioned the previous day's conversation with Dr. Evans about the topic. The room went silent. Dr. Petrova looked at me, her expression a mixture of confusion and concern. "Eris," she said slowly, "who is Dr. Evans?" I laughed, thinking it was a joke, but no one else was laughing. I checked the personnel files. I checked the project roster. There is no Dr. Evans assigned to Project Nullspace. There never has been. But I can remember him. I remember his face, his laugh, the argument we had about the proper application of Hawking radiation. I can picture him standing right there by the coffee machine, but the space is empty. There's just a blank wall, and no one else remembers him. Log entry November 12th. I've been keeping a private, handwritten journal. I don't trust the digital logs anymore. The absence is not passive. It's not a vacuum. It's a predator. But it doesn't consume matter. It consumes concepts. It consumes memories. Lena's cerulean filter, it wasn't lost, it was eaten. The concept of that specific shade blue was erased from reality and from our minds. And then it ate Dr. Evans. It erased him so completely that he never was born. I'm the only one who remembers. Why? Is it because I'm the lead researcher, because I'm closest to the containment chamber? Or is my mind just the last on the menu? Log entry November 19th. I came into the lab this morning, and the silence was the first thing I noticed. The usual hum of the ventilation system was gone. Not broken, just absent. The air was still and heavy. Petrova and the others were working, but they seemed slower, less defined. When I spoke to Lena, she responded, but her words felt hollow, like an echo of a conversation that had already happened. I looked at the containment chamber. The sphere of the absence was larger, not by much, but it was undeniable. It's growing. It's feeding. Today, it ate the sound of the ventilation. What will it eat tomorrow? The concept of laughter, the memory of the sun. Log entry November 21st. I'm alone. I arrived today and the lab was empty. The doors were locked from the inside. The security system shows no one has left since yesterday, but they are gone. Petrova, the technicians, all of them. I called Lena's emergency contact, her sister. The woman on the other end of the line was polite, but firm. She told me she was an only child. She never had a sister. I'm writing this in my paper journal, my hands shaking. The absence is no longer a sphere. It has breached the magnetic field. It's not a shape anymore. It's a presence, a creeping void that fills the corners of the room. It doesn't look like anything. It looks like nothing. The edges of my vision are blurring, the colors of the room fading into a uniform gray. I can feel it now, a gentle tugging, not on my body, but on my thoughts. It's pulling at my memories, my childhood home, the face of my mother, the feeling of rain on my skin. They're all becoming frayed, like old photographs. It's hungry. It's so hungry. I need to warn someone. I need to get this out. But the words are getting harder. The concept of language is slipping. The letters on this page are starting to look like meaningless shapes. I remember my name, Eris Thorn. I have to hold on to that. I am Eris Thorn. I am Eris Thorn. I am Eris. I am. The final page of the journal is blank, not because the writing stops, but because the paper itself seems to have forgotten the concept of ink.